You have to put these things into perspective if you're Giannis. I first off think Giannis is going to try to play. Knowing who Giannis is, watching the way he competes, he was considered to be probable for the last game, and he decided to play. Giannis wants to be on the court with his teammates. He is that kind of guy, character-wise. The ultimate question, though, you get into this is, depending upon how bad the ankle sprain is, what responsibility does the Bucks organization have if they deem he can't play, to not let him play, right? You have things that you think about past situations. You have Grant Hill, had that really bad ankle injury.
Never the same.
He got misdiagnosed, by the team. I'm not saying that's the case here. You have misdiagnosed Kevin Durant.
Yep.
I was there at that game in Toronto where he had that injury, that there was a calf strain that turned into torn Achilles, which was a huge setback for KD, obviously missing the whole year last year. So at what juncture, Key, if you're the Milwaukee Bucks organization with all these big-time decisions that are looming, coming up for Giannis, the last year on his deal, does he want to stay there? Will he get the Supermax there? What responsibility do you have if you need to protect Giannis from himself, ultimately, if this ankle is too bad to play on, considering he's injured it the last 2 games he's played in?
Well, here's what I would say. Superstar players, if they can go, they're going to go in every sport. They don't want to let their teammates down. You look at the Kevin Durant situation a year ago, it was one thing, but he got on the court, it became something different. In this situation with Giannis, he's a guy, and I don't know him personally, just from afar, watching him on television, how he conducts himself in games, things of that nature. It just seems like to me if he's able to go and he feels good, regardless to where they're at in terms of elimination, he's going to go. Jay asked me the question about protecting the organization, protecting him from himself. Number one, it's the medical staff. Okay, the medical staff, the physical therapy trainers that are there, the team doctors. You don't necessarily, when you're a Giannis in this situation, you need to be able to get a second and a third and a fifth and a ninth and a 12th opinion.
Stakes are too high, right?
The stakes are too high. Now, I don't know if they
How
can
you
do
can't
that
in the bubble.
In the bubble. I don't know if that, and I'm sure he probably can. I'm sure there's other doctors within the bubble, whether it's other team doctors or something that's hanging around, to be able to get that done. It's going to be tough, considering that the situation that they're in one game from elimination. But it's also going to be tough because you want to be there for your teammates. And then it's also going to be tough because you are protecting your interest long term as a player, right? You don't want to
$250 million interest.
And so I think if something was to happen, let's say he goes out there and he twisted even worse or tear a ligament here or there,
sure,
he's still going to get his money.
No doubt.
Because he's that good. He's two-time MVP type, all these numbers and big, there's not a lot of guys running around walking through McDonald's parking lots that look like Giannis and plays like
At
Giannis.
25 years old.
I feel Giannis is going to play, but I'm really scared. Think about how Giannis plays. When you see Giannis drive, Giannis will Euro step you from the free throw line, right? Just hear me out. When you Euro step somebody, we see Giannis do this all the time. He can step through traffic. Think about how many times you're planting your feet down in the midst of traffic. It increases the opportunity for you to roll your ankle again, especially when you play at the speed Giannis plays at, and he's constantly doing that because he doesn't have the ability to knock down a jump shot. Something else I will say, why do you think Giannis has been shooting so many jump shots? He's been shooting jump shots because he hasn't been able to go off that ankle. That's why he's been settling. So now you get into this thing, at what is Giannis playing? Does that hinder this team? Because also when he plays, they don't move around the same. Everybody waits for Giannis to do something to play off the drive. The reason why they played better last time is because they had better continuity, hence Chris Middleton being able to do his thing.
We should also remember that Giannis can become a free agent at the end of the 2020-2021 season. So we're talking about it right now, but it's approaching fast. So essentially, at the end of next season, Jay, whenever it starts, he will become a free agent 2020-2021.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.